High at 83 today. Could see a little bit of rain later this afternoon. Everybody good? Everybody,
oh, my gosh.
Everything,
what a day yesterday.
Everything's still standing around your property?
Yes.
Not everything.
No? Oh, yeah. How are your plants?
Oh, they survive.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're tough, man.
Good.
You know, weeds are hard to kill.
What else did you lose?
We just lost some limbs off our tree. Oh, I did have a panel that was ripped out of my greenhouse. I'm still trying to figure out how that happened.
Okay.
How it comes.
Your side?
No, one of the top panels.
Oh.
It just was laying in the corner of the yard, and it was all broke up, and I'm like, how does that just come out from the... I don't know, but it did, so...
Scrolling through some pictures from yesterday, man, there was a lot going on out there.
Did you see that car flip on the freeway? That was wild. And what happened to the person inside? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They're like, every video I've seen is like, hey, check out this video of this car flipping. I'm like, what happened to the person?
Have they determined if it was like a tornado or not?
No, they couldn't send anybody in yesterday because we were expecting that another huge round of storms that we got in the afternoon. So they're going to send somebody in today or tomorrow.
Okay.
To figure out if it was a tornado.
My neighbor's tree in my yard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw so many snap tree and big ones, too.
Oh, dodging them everywhere.
Yeah.
All through my neighborhood.
And I don't know.
Everywhere.
I don't know if there were AI videos or enhanced videos, but, I mean, from the looks of it, there were a couple of, I'm not saying full-blown funnels, but there was some swirling winds that people were recording.
Well, that's the only way I could figure that would be that the panel in the ceiling would be ripped out. Because, I mean, it's not like there's no pressure from inside pushing up.
No, but if there's enough wind, I mean...
Right, it had to just suck it up that way. Did you guys lose power at all?
We had a couple of just short outages. I mean, it was back on within seconds.
Yeah.
But, it messes up all your clocks,
yeah.
whatever.
It was going out everywhere. And then the storm cleared. Everything was okay. And we thought we were safe. And at like 6:30, it went out.
We had like 5 flickers in 30 minutes. That power went out, came back on, power went out, came back on. So,
well, they were telling a bunch of people yesterday that it was going to be a few days.
Yeah.
But some have come back online.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because Heather got on AEP's website and checked, and it said they were hoping by Friday at noon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But every neighborhood said that.
Yeah.
And then like half an hour later, they said 8:15. And I'm like, oh, okay. And 7:57, power came back on.
Go.
So thanks to AEP. Now just don't use this as an excuse to raise our rates again.
Right. Well, there is going to be a lot of cleanup today for sure. So hopefully you are okay and all is well. We have got a busy Wednesday ahead of us, including some Blitz therapy coming up at about 8:30 this morning. I want to talk about Dr. Amazon. I learned something the other day, which is quite mind-blowing, actually, we'll get into. I want to talk about cashier mistakes and what you do when that happens. And I also want to talk about TSA screening. I found out something quite interesting online. I thought I was one of the only few, or I did not know anyone else who deals with this, but I found other people in my community. So I love the internet. You can always find people experiencing the same things. No matter what you're going through,
right.
Someone else is going through it as well.
And if there's already a big Reddit post about it.
Right, yes. So I found that group, and I'm very happy about that. So, man, I want to know if you fall in this group as well. Right now, let's go with Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick?
Can I tell you one more thing real quick that was really bizarre?
Yeah.
Monday my battery in my truck was dead. I had to get a new battery. Yesterday, my mother-in-law went to start her car, dead battery. My neighbor across the street went to get in his car, dead battery. I'm like, what the hell's going on in my neighborhood?
What was that TV show where all the power went out and they had to... It was an NBC show. Oh, man. All the electrical just went out instantly.
Yeah.
And
it was like they were living in the Wild West.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
I
know what you're talking about.
All right.
Yeah, I know it. I like that show.
I think that's the start of something. Just watch for your car batteries today.
My gosh. All right, $25 up for grabs to waterbeds and stuff if you're the first one to text in the correct answer. What rock band just launched their very own 24/7 YouTube TV channel? This rock band now has its own. It runs 24/7 on YouTube. Who's the rock band? First one to text it in at 800-821-9970 wins a gift card.
Let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia, Thick.
All right, the question was, what rock band just launched their own 24/7 YouTube TV channel?
What you doing?
Welcome to Green Day TV.
So it's just video after video, or what?
Well, it's continuous videos, but also live performances. They've got 3 decades of archived footage. They'll also be doing a show called Transmission Unknown, which is a weekly variety show, which will have, new artists, interviews, comedy sketches. So, all this stuff going on. Now, this coincides, they got this film coming out called Nimrods.
Oh, right.
That hits theaters on Friday. It's a coming-of-age road trip story inspired by their early years of touring. They got a 30-song soundtrack coming out with it, which will have some older songs, but also some new songs and unreleased songs.
Okay.
So, all that going on. A lot going on with Green Day right now. Phil Wills of Grove City, first one to text in the correct answer. Phil's got $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
Listen to you hit that end post there, wrapping up just as the song ends. You've been working in radio a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, a minute.
Good job. Good job.
I think we can all agree that Holiday is the best Green Day song. Isn't it?
Holiday?
Big house to the president, gas man. Bombs away.
I really don't have an opinion on Green Day. So.
You don't?
No.
I love the song Holiday. I used to jam it at the gym. It used to be a good gym song for me.
Yeah, I was never the pop punk.
Yeah, they are definitely punk.
Yeah.
And that's a genre that it's like a cult.
Yeah.
You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
There's really not a whole lot in between. I'm kind of
indifferent.
I like older Green Day. I was a big fan, like Brain Stew, stuff like that. So. Dookie. Yeah, I like the Dookie album.
I did it all for the Dookie. Come on, the Dookie.
I know. That's
different song.
Yeah.
Different song. Kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know what you would actually do for the Dookie.
Right?
That's why I stopped listening to Green Day. I thought it was so weird.
You ever visit someplace new and the first night you're there, you really just get some uneasy sleep? Like you wake up a lot.
Yeah.
You can't get comfortable in bed. Just something's off. Turns out that is evolutionary. That is lizard brain. That is called the first night effect. This is a real thing that has been studied and looked at, and they put out a big report about this, that if you have, if you're visiting a new place and you find yourself that first night really rolling around, you can't get to sleep, or if you finally get to sleep, you're waking up a whole bunch throughout the night. I always thought that, for me, it was the pillow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places I go,
it is the pillow.
Don't have the pillow I like, or the type of pillow I like. But it's not.
And the bedding.
The bedding can be
too heavy.
It can be too heavy. But most of it is the first night effect, which is an evolutionary effect that is basically half of your brain staying awake to protect yourself. You are more high alert in an unfamiliar area.
That makes sense.
So your body is literally protecting itself, waking up every so often so you can check your surroundings, make sure everything is okay. And, it can be a little, it'd be a little bit of a hassle, especially if you're on vacation. Then that first night, first full day you get a vacation, you're tired and groggy because you didn't get a good night's sleep. But it's all for your own protection.
Yeah, sleeping with one eye open.
It's your body saving itself. Yeah, that's basically about it.
Body's on alert.
If you feel that, if you're traveling someplace new, and, sure, if you're traveling overseas, jet lag, things like that can have an effect. But it's all about, it could be just a brand new hotel room a couple hours away. It doesn't matter.
You don't know the sounds. Things are like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything is different, and like you said, your body is just on high alert.
Your brain's cooking all night.
Next thing, next time you go on a trip, if you're having a reason to, if you're finding yourself waking up a lot, know there's a scientific reason behind it, and that is called the first night effect. And it usually subsides the longer you're staying somewhere, especially they see a big drop in the second night and an even larger drop in the third night as your body starts to feel more comfortable. So just know, don't blame the hotel, don't blame the pillows. It's the first night effect.
Really? Lizard brain.
Yeah, lizard brain. 997 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, our first story takes place in Columbia, South Carolina, where a woman is in a bit of trouble. And I don't know what the next step is because she has already been fined about $2,500. She's already appealing a court ruling. and it is not done yet. This story starts a couple years ago. We're talking like COVID times, where Feng Shun saw a couple of vultures in her backyard. And apparently these vultures were very skinny. One of them was kind of limping. And she decided to do, I think what a lot of us would do, if you see a hurt animal, at the very minimum, you're going to call police or animal control or something to help the animal out. If you're not actually lifting the animal up and maybe taking it to the vet or to animal services or whatever. But these are birds, wild birds, and she decided, well, the least I could do is maybe give them a little food, try and get them back on their feet. So she started putting out cans of cat food. And sure enough, these two vultures did enjoy the cat food. These two vultures did end up kind of recovering. She could see over a week or 2 weeks that these birds were getting back to life, if you will. You could see them kind of putting on a little more weight and doing what they do. But animals being animals do what they do, and if they find a food source, they're going to share the information. And those vultures, sure enough, did. By the dozens. So she started laying out more cat food. And at one time, there were about 24 of these black vultures hanging out in her backyard. Now, here's the thing. She lives in a neighborhood. It's not where she lives out in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't have farmland. No, I'm looking at a picture of her back wooden deck, and I see at least 4 houses. Fence. I mean, she is in a neighborhood. The city did, neighbors started complaining. The city did step in, and she actually stopped feeding the birds for a short period of time until she decided to go back at it. And she even stepped up her game. She's now going to the store buying raw chicken and throwing raw chicken in her backyard. Sometimes up to 200 pounds of chicken per day.
What? How do you afford that?
More than 10,000 pounds, she said in the city letter to the courts. We are now talking, she said she has fed hundreds of vultures. Now the neighbors are pissed.
Yeah.
You're talking, I mean, some people explained it like the 1963 Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds. One neighbor said her 5-year-old grandson would not leave the house. Absolutely petrified. We're talking vultures.
Yeah,
these aren't little, hummingbirds hanging out around. These are vultures on their stoop, on the wooden fence, on the houses, on the roofs of the houses. Not only are we talking the stench of raw, rotted chicken in someone's backyard, not only are you talking these hundreds of birds, you're now talking bird poop, vulture poop,
galore,
everywhere. City officials have yet again shown up and says, you have to stop. Her husband stepped in and said, you have to stop. She refused. Her husband divorced her over this. She refused to stop. So now the city doesn't know what to do. This has now been going on for 6 years that this woman has been feeding this vulture. She says, I felt it was absolutely imperative to feed them and to help them get over the winter no matter what authorities say. The city's at a standstill. They don't want... This woman needs to be in jail. If she won't stop, I'm sorry, she needs to be in jail. If this was my neighborhood, I would be livid.
It's crazy.
I can't imagine. Okay, I feel like there might be one of two things going on. Number one, it could be like a cat lady situation.
Yeah.
You're just, you've got some mental health issue here. And that now you feel fully responsible for the survival of these vultures that can live on their own. They don't need you, but you feel like they do need you. All right, there's that. Or, you know how crows recognize faces?
Yes.
Vultures are the same way. They get to know people after a period of time, especially if you're feeding them.
I did not know that.
So she might be in fear for her life at this point. If she stops...
Oh, then the birds turn on her?
That's it. The birds are going to turn on her.
It reminds me of that, what was his name? Willard with the rats?
Yeah.
The movie where the dude just took care of all these rats?
Oh, I've not seen that one. I have no idea.
It's an old movie.
Well, now you've got her husband testifying against her. You've got city officials. You've got the county's environmental health specialists. You've got county health officers all talking about the different ways this is affecting the community, between the birds, the raw chicken carcasses, because not only now because of the raw chicken carcasses, because sure, the birds are going to eat the chicken, but you still have tiny remnants of this raw chicken and
they
slime.
don't eat everything. If you've ever gone by like an animal carcass on the ground, if you're walking, they don't eat it all.
So now you've got small vermin and insects that are showing up to the neighborhood. And now you've got the vultures, which are also eating the small vermin and rodents now, the live rodents, which is now leaving hacked up rodent bones and everything, because the vultures throw up what they don't eat. It has turned into an entire mess. And here's the problem. She's now going to court. This process has been going on. She's representing herself, repeatedly disputing county claims. She says vulture droppings act as a natural sanitizer, which I don't know how that is possible. Anyways, the city is not happy. The lawsuit continues. They don't know what to do besides basically, like you said, throwing her in jail or a mental health hospital.
I think she needs like one of those involuntary 72-hour psych holds and take her out of the situation. This has got to be a very heavy burden on her as well, psychologically, to feel like you're responsible for the survival of these birds in your backyard, that she's taken on such a huge... I bet it would be a relief for her if she could get some mental health help.
I mean, I guess that's the only thing. If you're not going to stop after all these people are telling you something's locked in up there. Yeah, you're not wrong.
But the poor neighbors. I mean, there's nothing legally that can be done at this point. That is a nightmare.
I guess they're doing what they can.
Yeah, is she breaking the law?
Right.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Do you know, last month there were 5 turkey vultures on the roof of the house directly across the street from us, which was very weird. It looked like a scene out of a horror movie. And then I saw the dead rabbit in the street. But they stayed on that house for like a half an hour before they finally flew down and devoured that rabbit.
And they leave like some of the pelt. Like
they do.
They don't eat the fur.
No.
Yeah, right. They throw it all up. Yeah,
I think they ate everything inside.
If they eat skunk, they leave the smelly part. On the side of the road,
the sack or whatever.
Yeah,
really?
They don't eat that.
Yeah.
So there's just a sack of skunk smell.
Yeah. The reason I know it is because I've seen it happen on our country road.
And when it sprays, it'll be a couple weeks before it has to build back up before it can do it again.
Yeah. Story number 2 takes us to Houston, Texas. Joseph Roy Osment is fighting the governor's office right now because down in Texas, they have decided to implement a new online age verification system for online content, restricting certain websites and things of that nature, and you have to age verify. Some are like the double age verification, and Joseph is not happy about it. In fact, he made threatening phone calls and left violent voicemails for the governor's office on multiple occasions. Because here's the thing, Joseph is a 35-year-old man. He is of age. The problem is, because of these new age verification laws, it has made it very difficult for Joseph to get on certain websites that he wants to get onto. Number 1 of that category being anime. I guess he loves anime. Now, if you've ever watched any anime, you know that some anime has got some very graphic and very adult material in it. They take it to...
Isn't that what they call hentai anime?
Yes.
I think that's hentai.
That's
what
the adult,
I think it is.
The porn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
The anime
no
porn.
idea.
Like multiple...
Well, and here's the thing. Some of it is like full-length, like movies or TV shows that show things like that, and then some of it is just full-blown porn, basically.
Right.
So Joseph is very mad about this because he just wants to watch his anime. So he left threatening voicemails. And I happen to have the transcript of one of the phone calls that he made to the governor's office. So I would like to implement the the Royal Theatre acting of Joseph Roy Osment calling the Texas government office. This is the dramatic reading of 35-year-old Joseph Roy Osment leaving a voicemail to the Texas governor. I don't know which one of you sons of bitches passed this bill to get this damn blocking my anime, but your whole ass motherfuckers need to unpass this shit. Y'all are ridiculous with your bitch asses. My Google account says I'm over the age of 18, and your dumb asses is passing these dumbass laws. I'm a stab every damn one of you bitches. Unlock my anime.
Wow.
Now that's a man who loves anime.
That is a man who loves anime. That is the exact transcript of the voicemail he left for the governor.
That
For real?
Yes.
He left that to the governor.
He left that to the governor.
Well, sometimes you can push a person too far.
Is he still free?
Right as of right now, he is.
Did he say, I'm going to stab every one of you?
He did.
What?
Yeah. My Google account says I'm over the age of 18, and your dumbasses is passing these dumbass laws. I'm a stab every damn one of you bitches. Unlock my anime.
Wow.
Man!
Well, enjoy your freedom for now.
He's
Dude.
not happy.
God.
Don't take away a man's anime. That's your not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz. Every so often, I come across something and it puts a smile on my face because I know that it's just going to rile up things.
Why you got to do this? I'm having a good morning.
It's always fun what sets you off. A lot of us grew up in a time, and then we reached kind of, for us, childhood, adolescence, maybe even slightly, teenage years. It was right about the mid-'70s, early '80s. And there was a big shift. And that big shift came when they were like, hey, we kind of messed up all your houses and all the things we built because we put asbestos everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Come to find out, asbestos isn't good for us. We need to make some changes.
P.S. Sorry about the lead paint.
And so they did. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. And so they did. They stopped using asbestos and then figured out a different way to insulate things. But now people online are debating, now that it is, 40, 45, 50 years later, people are now debating online, what is the modern day asbestos? What is something we are using right now, or we have been using for a while, that in the not too distant future, 20 years from now, we're going to look back and go, hey, sorry, we screwed up.
Everything?
Yeah.
Okay, that's about the list. Yes,
I
you
know.
are correct.
I know what has to be at the top is the forever chemicals.
You've got the...
Yeah, but nobody's using that willingly.
Well, no, I know, but I didn't put
But it's been put
asbestos
in
at my
everything.
house.
Like, it's just been put in everything, right?
Okay, I see what you're
It's
saying.
like the Johnson & Johnson powder,
Oh, yeah.
Like the one thing you always mention, number one on the list, the one thing you always mention, think microplastics.
PFAs.
And the PFAs.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
They're everywhere.
And everything.
Some people are saying scented air fresheners or laundry scent boosters.
Or candles.
All those
that are
Oh, is that
scented.
right?
Those the chemicals that
That's
they use
chemical.
to make those scents.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see. You've got, someone said energy drinks.
Yeah.
They're going to come out in 20 years and be like, we never should have put those on the shelves at all.
And I think they know that right now.
I don't fully deny that. There's a chance.
I'll tell you what a health hazard is social media.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
a health hazard.
Yeah, mental health.
And I think that'll be like a bigger deal.
I agree.
down the
I
line.
agree with you. However, these are physical
Actual
things.
chemicals
Yes. No,
and stuff.
I do
Okay.
agree with you on that wholeheartedly. Yes. They're saying brake dust. A lot
What
of
is that?
vehicles are using literally your brakes and your brake rotors and your brake pads.
Yeah, they create dust.
They create dust, little metal filings that come off.
You
when
can see it on my rim.
Yes, exactly.
How about the weird ways they make chicken big and juicy in a short period of time?
Oh, yeah.
growth hormones in
Hormones, yeah.
chickens
Thank
and
you.
other farmed animals?
Yes.
Steroids. in
Yes,
food.
right on there. Absolutely, that is on the list. Because are we gonna start seeing extra growth in us?
Right. Well, they do say that girls start their periods much younger
You're absolutely
today
correct.
than they
Yes.
did 20 years ago.
Yep. And then you've got, and all these restaurants that are giving us like these big, huge, juicy chicken sandwiches. Chickens aren't supposed to be that big.
Plus, this was born 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Right, yeah. This is a 2-week-old chicken that is the size of a full-grown turkey.
Right.
That is not supposed to be that way.
Yeah, but it's like hot dogs. Don't tell me. Just let it be.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think we all know that vaping is not good for you. Like vapes.
Oh, 100%. The downside to that is it being so new. We know what cigarettes do.
Right.
We don't know the full effects of vaping
But you
yet.
see, like with the high school kids and the addiction and all the stuff that has happened, like with vaping.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they cut out. A lot of these companies got in trouble for like their flavors and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it attracts
the
kids.
one I use, the Jewel used to have all kinds of flavors. They got sued and cut out all the flavors.
Oh, you can't even get a flavor now.
Well, not in like the Jewel pods, but if you go in and get the juice, you can get whatever you want, or the pre-made ones, those little boxes. The electric vapes, you can get the flavors in.
I have a choice of a couple hundred flavors of juice.
Here's another one they're talking about: Teflon coating on pans.
Yeah,
that's another big one that might come out in a few years.
Yep. Whatever they put on there. Yeah.
Are we going to see in 20 years that we've got our insides just coated with Teflon? Because if you don't get the really expensive Teflon, that Teflon will peel off.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
If you buy some of the cheap stuff. Yep. You're getting some of that in your food.
What about like moisturizers and things like that? I wonder if that's gonna.
That is not on the list, but what is on the list, and we have talked about all the benefits we've seen, but because they're so new, we don't fully know side effects or anything that might affect us. All the GLP-1s and the Ozempic and things like that.
No, I wonder about that because it does seem good, but then now you see people like thin people abusing it, and then. What is going to happen? What's it doing to your body that you're going to have to pay for in 10 years?
Because here's the thing: is we have seen since the inception of GLP-1s that it's only been 3, 4, maybe 5 years that it's really taken off, and they're using it for medical weight loss. But we have seen so many amazing positive side effects, including addiction help. We've seen I think there was some Alzheimer's and what's the other word I'm looking for?
Yeah, dementia.
Dementia, thank you.
PTSD.
Do I have it early? PTSD. We've seen positive side effects of GLP-1s. But are there anything negative that's going to come along?
Yeah, because we won't know.
And
for 20 years, you don't know what's going to happen in 20 years.
Yep. Let's see what else is on the list here. See the growth. Plastic water pipes. They're saying now that the PVC piping, which ties back to, microplastics and things like that. So, all in all, let's just wrap this up with everything is killing us.
Yes.
That's pretty much what we're saying.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
All right, well, let's start with the weather we're expecting today after yesterday's big storms. Looks like our biggest risk for another strong storm will be a system that'll be moving through Indiana at about 3 p.m. and then across Ohio after that. That looks like our biggest risk of a stronger storm today. Thousands of residents in central Ohio remain without power this morning following yesterday's severe storms. AEP Ohio reporting about 6,000 customers in Franklin County still in the dark. Storms left damage across the Columbus area with toppled trees, a flipped vehicle, collapsed gas station reported. The National Weather Service suspects a tornado passed through Dublin and moved down to Ohio State University about 10:30 a.m. yesterday. Tornado sirens were not activated in Columbus because the National Weather Service says there were not clear enough signs of one on the radar. Surveyors are expected to make a determination either today or tomorrow. Dublin, Upper Arlington, and South Columbus saw some of the most serious damage in Franklin County. School was supposed to start today in Upper Arlington for grades 1 through 6 and 9th. Day 1, they get a day off school.
Man.
Classes canceled today as crews clean up from the storm.
I saw some video from Upper Arlington, and boy, did they get hit. I understand, tornado, funnel cloud from sky to ground, maybe not. But if you've got thick trees that are snapping, set off the alarm. Okay? I don't need full rotation to hear the tornado siren. Set off the alarm. You got trees falling on houses, cars that are blown over on the highway. That's enough for an alarm,
like
I
those
think.
straight line winds that you can see. I think.
Yes.
forgive me if I'm wrong, but I do believe you can see that on radar. You can predict the straight line. Like, we had an 82-mile-an-hour wind gust reported at John Glenn International. That is a huge... I mean, I feel like that deserves some sort of alarm. Maybe not a tornado siren, but maybe a few beeps. Give me a few beeps of warning.
Yeah, that wind was when we left yesterday.
Yes.
That was insane.
That's crazy.
Nuts. Well, a lightning strike at a Lorain County prison injured 16 inmates. It happened right about 5:30 p.m. yesterday at the Grafton Reintegration Center. All of the injured were taken to the hospital. Perry and Muskingum counties under a state of emergency because of flooding. The Ohio National Guard Water Rescue Unit was activated yesterday to help impacted communities. One person in the village of Roseville died yesterday after first responders were unable to get to him because of high water. An Arkansas high school says one of its football players was at team practice for nearly an hour last week before discovering he had a snake in his helmet. The athletic director of Maumelle High School said yesterday that the student did not know he had a snake in his helmet until he felt something moving around up there. Athletic Director Kirk Horton says they inspected the helmet and found a 2-foot-long venomous cottonmouth hiding beneath the padding. After the discovery, the animal shelter in the area posted a notice saying, hey, before putting on your football helmet, you might want to inspect it for snakes.
Here's what I was reading this article. I saw this yesterday, and they said that the cottonmouth is pretty prominent in that area of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like, I would think that would be a given. Always check your helmet before you put it on your shoe.
Helmet, your shorts. I mean, I'm checking everything for a cottonmouth.
Could you imagine being that snake? You find your den. Oh, you're curled up in the corner. You're just, finally, just a little rest. And you're just laying there, and then all of a sudden, oh, wait, what was that? Hey! What is going on outside?
Smashed in there.
Yeah.
From tackles.
How did he not get bit? That's what I want to know.
How did that snake not peek around the padding and just sink its...
Oh, I'd be so mad.
You imagine you're lined up
head.
You're lined up across from the guy, and all of a sudden it comes out the ear hole of the helmet.
Yeah.
He's looking around.
He takes a peek out like, what the hell is going on out here? Is it Tuesday in Columbus with a tornado? What is happening?
At least give me a few beeps of warning.
God.
All right, those are your 3 things.
All right, I found my peoples on the World Wide Web. Little how the sausage is made. We've got a little... It's not social media, but we have a website as morning show radio people, and there's a website where we all kind of share ideas and talk about news and things and what's going on. And there was another morning show guy that I talked to, and he brought up something, and I responded instantly. I go, oh my God, me too. And then a couple other people commented. If you ever travel, and I've been very fortunate enough to head to the airport a good handful of times, and over the past, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years, I have noticed a new phenomenon, and I don't know if it's updated TSA scanners or what they do, but every single time I have walked through one of those scanners, I stand there, I put my arms up, they tell me to step out, they say, wait a second, and they go, uh-oh, hold on, you have a light up, you have a hot spot, and I kid you not, the hot spot is always my crotch, always, 100% of the time. I don't know why, but right in, yellow spot, right there on the old picture. And they always have me step aside.
It's yellow?
Yep, it's yellow. They always have me step aside, and they always explain to me, I'm sorry, you can see the screen, you can see the light up area, we have to check. And they do I'm going to run my hand into here, and then around your waistband. And every single time they do it, you're clear, and I go about my way.
So what's the explanation for the light up?
There isn't one. That's the thing. I take off my belt. I've gone from wearing jeans to running pants, thinking it's like the metal
the zipper
button or the zipper. So I've gone to running pants or shorts every single time.
Really?
Yes.
Every time?
Yeah.
What's in your underwear?
According to Nora, not much, but that's besides the point. I don't know. I have no idea.
So you got hot crotch.
I got hot crotch.
They are sick of these snakes on this plane.
Yes, they are. They're MFing sick of these MFing snakes on this MFing plane. That's right.
So, and other men you spoke with?
And other men have jumped forward and said, yes, I experienced the exact same thing every time. And I just want to know what else. No, I don't have a Prince Albert. That's not it.
Oh.
No. I don't know what it could be.
Maybe
and so
it could be that you just carry extra heat in the region.
That could be, absolutely. I was asked once, do you have any metal in there? And I was like, no, it deserves a medal. But I mean, other than that, I was curious, 800-821-9970. Any other guy out there that goes through the same thing?
I mean, is it the same person feeling you up at TSA? Maybe there's a...
It's not, because it's different airports every time.
Okay.
That I would be okay with.
All right.
If I saw the same guy every time, I'd be like, go ahead.
How about that secondary search?
Yeah, I was like, I know you're not happy at your job. I know you deal with a whole bunch of crap. So if you need a little grope, go ahead, knock yourself out. You want a little...
Yeah.
I'm there for you.
Danielle says they assume you're packing, Goose.
Hey, I'm not against that. You can assume all you want. That's fine. I just want to know what it is and why. Do we have any TSA agents listening?
So they don't get up in there, though, and, like, grab you, do they? They just go inside the thighs?
Well, they take both their hands, one on each side of your leg, and they go all the way up, and they give a little book up. They touch it.
Do they bridge the gap down the other side?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They do.
Yep.
So they've got their hand right in your undercarriage.
Yep. And then they rub around the belt line. So I don't know. I have no idea what it means. Oh, Bam Bam, hot crotch, yeah. I get it.
Doug says you have balls of steel.
I'll take that. Matt says 50-50 for me. Okay. I just, like I said, not the only one, and I'm just curious as to what it is. 800-821-9970 if you've had this happen. 8452, had this happen to me twice. What is it? That's what I want to know. Why is it lighting up that specific area every time? I didn't think crabs were metal, but I mean, if they are, whatever, fine. Anyways, 800-821-9970 if you know. It's a Wednesday, which means we have to visit one of our favorite websites. That would be FessHole, where people jump online and anonymously admit things that they have done. And you can do the same if you like. 800-821-9970. Like this person who admits, my neighbor's fat cat is such a bully to my cat that I'm not sure how much longer I can hold off stuffing him into a duffel bag, driving him 50 miles away, and releasing him into a field. I think there have been people that have been in that situation. Mm-hmm. Like, how old is your cat? Come on.
Yeah.
If your cat's a bully, don't let it out into the neighborhood. This person says, my wife and I rented 2 cherry trees so we could have a year's worth of cherries. I guess in some parts you can just rent a tree for a year so you get access to pick the fruit and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. 2 hours of picking, 5 hours of washing, and packing later. We both hate cherries and each other.
Yeah.
That's the same as going to get like a piece of IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
Like it's going to end up in a fight.
Oh.
That's just the way it goes. This person says, on my academic website, I have a link to see my OnlyFans page, which goes to photos of ceiling fans and ground fans around my home. I'm a tenured professor. Good for you.
Can you see the people who click on the OnlyFans link? I'd love to know who wants to.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bet you see the IP address who's clicking the OnlyFans for sure. This person says, I found out about a surprise 50th birthday party for me. I had a really crap past 2 years through work and divorce. Last thing I want is a party. I agreed to meet for dinner with my sister, but the morning of the party, I flew to New York by myself. 0 regrets.
Oh, that's so funny.
How many people would like to do that? You find out and you're like, nope, I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Yes.
This person admits, I was in a grocery store shopping and I saw my blonde, slim, attractive friend putting pastries into her basket. I had a great delight in shouting, "Put them back, you fat bastard!" When she turned around with object horror on her face, it matched mine, as I realized it wasn't my friend. Oops. Hate when that happens.
Yeah, but is that a match made in heaven?
Oh.
Never know. Maybe that's how you meet someone.
A little meet cute.
Yeah.
Oh. And finally, this person admits, in 2000, I was one of the students chosen to put something in the school time capsule. Hid inside the CD copy of Smash Hits 2000, I put in a small piece of my own poop in a plastic bag that they're opening in 2030.
God.
Sorry, everyone.
Gross.
So, if you have a piece of poop in a bag, and you put it inside the CD case, is that like putting the waffle batter inside of a waffle maker?
Yeah.
Does it like it just smashes it all out like a disc? So you've got an actual CD and a poop CD? I would have to assume that's what happens.
An exact poop copy.
Yes. Is it like Play-Doh where you put it on the comic book and then you take it off and it's like, it says Smash Hits 2000 on the back of the piece of poop?
Do you somehow make sure you are there in 2030 when they open that time capsule?
No, because you probably do you put your name on like who put in what?
I don't care.
You don't care?
They can find
What
out.
are they going to do?
Yeah, right.
They're going to arrest you for putting a piece of poop in the time capsule?
I've never seen a brown NSYNC CD.
There you go, FessHole. If you're looking to kill some time at work, I highly recommend visiting the website. Kelly, I want to give you a scenario. Okay?
Right.
You go to the store, whether it be grocery store, Kohl's, I don't know. You go to the store, you got your shopping cart. You put your stuff in, go to the cash register, you pay, and let's say you get to the car, and you're unloading stuff from the car, or from the cart into the car, and you notice, let's say, 2 cases of water, right, that were in the bottom of your shopping cart. And by some chance, through all the ringing up and the paying, cashier never said anything. You didn't say anything, and you're at your car with those 2 cases of water. What are you going to do, hotshot? What are you going to do?
I go right back in.
You go right back in?
I can't live I couldn't live with myself. It's happened to me before with an avocado that was hiding like in the corner of the cart that I couldn't see.
One avocado.
One avocado.
For real?
I swear. I can't live with knowing I'm taking something I didn't pay for. No, I walk right back
in. For a 99-cent, $1.49 avocado. You're back in. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but in that situation, when I know that it's wrong for me to drive away, I can't do it. Because I feel like, you know what? Whatever you get the rest of this day, you deserve. Because you stole something.
Okay. What if, let's say, if something got rung up wrong for like a $5 or $10 difference, and if you see it on the receipt, are you going back to correct it?
Well, that's the thing. I never look at a receipt, so
okay,
I'll never know.
Okay,
I will never know that. Say I did look at the receipt. If it's in my yes. I would.
You would go back.
Now, typically at Kroger, if there's like not a price on the item, they can't find a price, they will give it to you for free, and I'll take something for free then.
Oh, I did not know
I
that.
had a thing of blueberries, and then I always think, well, gosh, there's a distributor who's probably missing out on the payment for that.
Wow.
But I'm like, they'll be like, hey, you can just have them. No big deal. Ring it up for $0. And I'll be like, I always say, are you sure? And I said, I can go over there and check. And they're like, forget it. I'll take it then.
Right. They gave you permission.
What the difference is other than getting permission to walk out without paying it. Yeah.
So your line is basically $0 that cashier makes a mistake that you're not going to correct.
Yes. I'll always correct it.
Thick? You get to your car.
Yeah.
You got a couple cases of water. Are you heading back in for the couple cases of water?
I mean, it's like $3.50 a case,
right?
You know.
Yeah. So you're looking at like $7.
I don't think so.
No.
I've been in the store all this time. I'm finally to my car. I'm ready to go home.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, we are basically Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know, too hot, too cold, just right. So,
especially
Kelly is $0. You're I don't know. I'm out that pitch. Bye.
No, I am for that.
Yeah.
I'm
what's your line?
Yeah, what's the line? How much would it have to be?
You got a family 4-pack of T-bone steaks for $69.99 that was sitting at the bottom of your cart.
There is no limit if I go through self-checkout.
That is true. Absolutely.
I'm not telling the cashier made a mistake.
33% of people admit that they will remain silent if a cashier fails to ring something up. So 1 in 3 of us, which works out perfectly in this room.
Yeah.
That 1 in 3 of us, we fall right within the survey, are not saying anything. 37% say they've accidentally left the store without paying for something, and they do feel guilty when it happens. But 58% of people say they have accidentally left without paying. They will go back or return the item if they didn't pay for it.
I did catch myself before I left the store once because I had a box of K-Cups in the bottom of the grocery cart that they didn't get.
Okay.
And I did go back and pay for those.
Okay. Keith says I go back 100 out of 100 times.
Same. But I would say for you, think maybe it's a distance issue. Like, it depends on how far away from the cash register you are.
If I'm loading the stuff into my truck,
right?
Like, man, I don't want to go back in there.
Let's see here. I'll never correct the cashier. It's not my job. 4101. Carrie says, Kelly, you are too pure for this world.
Well, okay. I mean,
boy, we don't have
maybe in this one area.
We don't have a lot of people who listen like that because they'll correct us every friggin' time.
Yeah, it's true.
Every mistake we ever made.
Look, I'm not condoning stealing, and I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do. However, if I get to my car and there's a 4-pack of T-bones that was sitting on the bottom of my cart that didn't get rung up. Kroger profited $3.2 billion last quarter, so,
Sounds like something a looter would say.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's not anyone else's business, Now, here's the other thing, too. They also, we're paying, let's say, $75 for the 4-pack of steaks, which could be $60, partially because Kroger's making up, Target's making up, Walmart's making up for all the things that they do lose through theft and things like that.
I feel like that.
That kind of gets worked into the price. They know they're losing some stuff. If nothing was ever stolen, prices would be a little bit lower.
So you're like, it's my time, baby.
Hey, just saying. 800-821-9970. Are you going back and paying, or what is your limit? As to, look, cashier made a mistake. It's not my fault. So, what do you want me to do about it?
I guess, yeah.
Chris said,
working in retail, and I don't know how it works in grocery. I've never worked in grocery, but I have worked in retail before. And you did have to balance out your drawer at the end of your shift. And somebody's going to get in trouble if something isn't paid for. But the merchandise.
Well, yeah, but if you make a mistake that you didn't ring up, they're not going to know right away that the merchandise isn't there because you didn't ring it up.
I guess that's true.
They're not doing inventory every night.
I guess you have to be able to live with your own conscience. And if it doesn't bother your conscience, then you'll act accordingly. If that doesn't bother you, but to me it does bother me, and I don't want to lay down at night and think about that.
Right. Yeah. And then me, I'm falling asleep with zero.
Like baby.
Yep.
Blitz, hi, who's this?
Hey, man, this is Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
First time caller.
Hey! Welcome to the show, Jonathan.
I appreciate it. Hey, so I will say something. In the state of Ohio and other states, there is something called accidental theft, and you can be charged with it. Even if the cashier forgets to scan something, or if you forget to scan something or try to scan something you thought it scanned, it is technically called accidental theft.
Man, I would be so mad if someone tried to catch me on accidental theft. How am I supposed to get in trouble for something I didn't know? Although I guess there are some people, ignorance of the law is not an excuse to break the law. That is a thing. Yeah, okay.
I would say go ahead.
The only reason I know that is because I got in trouble for it.
Oh.
What did you accidentally steal? What did you accidentally steal?
Dog food.
Oh, okay.
and I did not.
All right. And so what was it, a fine? Was it a slap on the wrist? What'd they do?
Fine.
A fine. Okay.
That feels like overkill. Like, they should haul you back in and make you pay for it.
Right.
But that's it.
That's it. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If
All
it's
right.
an accident.
Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you picking up the phone and joining the show. Call anytime, man. All right?
All right.
All right. Have a great one. 800-821-9970. Blitz. Hi, who's this?
Carrie.
Terry?
Yeah, Carrie.
Carrie. All right, Carrie. What is your limit? Would you accidentally steal or let a cashier make their mistake?
Buddy, I ain't got a limit. Whatever doesn't get scanned is coming home with me.
My man, way to be honest.
What if you like don't even know it till you get home? And
Absolutely, no. That's an accidental steal.
I know, but like Kelly doesn't even look at her receipt. She may not even realize she didn't
Doesn't realize
got it for free.
The question is, what happens when you do realize it? Do you go back or do you not?
Okay.
That's the question. But you have no limit. I appreciate it, Carrie. Thank you so much. You know, Carrie, full disclosure, I'm with you. I'm sorry. If I make it home and you haven't rung something up, including my $440 Blackstone, yeah, sorry. You're SOL. I'm not here to do your job. You're not here to do mine. That's all there is to it. Blitz, hi, who's this?
This is Brandon.
Brandon, are you going to correct a cashier's mistake?
No, man, I've worked for the grocery stores. They throw out more food than every
There's
day.
also
every
that.
week it's the same.
Yes. How much food do they waste?
A week of food.
And
Dumpsters full
I wouldn't say waste, but stuff they can't sell. Like, it's not necessarily their fault that it goes to waste. It's just it expires and they don't sell it.
A week or two before it expires and they throw it out.
Why don't they give it to the food places?
You would think.
Shelter.
Tax write-off.
Okay, so really you're doing them a favor.
Yes. Yes. You know what? You are absolutely correct.
I get a bunch of free food, though.
Oh, that's always nice. That's always nice, for sure. Well, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Well, we may see another round of thunderstorms today around central Ohio, mainly this afternoon, sometime after 3 p.m. But still a number of people in central Ohio without power. AEP says it may be Friday before power is restored to everyone in the Columbus area. It's about 98 poles and more than 500 spans of wire were damaged in the storm. At one point during the storms yesterday, a wind gust of 82 miles per hour was reported at John Glenn Airport. The National Weather Service will be surveying areas in Columbus to determine if we had a tornado. We all saw the video of that car being flipped over on 71 around Weber Road yesterday morning, which was absolutely wild.
Like, I get you're probably 10-2, little white-knuckled, it's raining, it's extremely windy, but then all of a sudden you're just like jamming along like sad but true.
Oh, gosh.
And all of a sudden you're just over on your side.
And I guess the driver just had minor injuries, which is
good. Okay.
Absolutely amazing that it didn't flip onto somebody else's car, get slammed into by a semi.
Yeah.
A million things could have happened there, so thank goodness that person's okay. A Costco employee in the Seattle suburb of Issaquah allegedly rammed his car into a coworker riding a motorcycle, killing him out of anger and jealousy. 22-year-old Tyler Sorensen is charged with second-degree murder in connection with the death of 20-year-old Jonathan Langdon. According to court documents, Sorensen told investigators he saw Langdon hug his ex-girlfriend, who was also a Costco employee. But when they talked to the woman, she said, I never dated him. Actually, I told him I didn't want him to. He was like overstepping boundaries left and right.
Oh.
This guy had apparently sort of imagined a relationship with this woman, and his coworker hugged her. He got super angry. He texted his friends that his blood was boiling. Then he followed Langdon out of the Costco parking lot, swerved into his lane, hit Langdon's motorcycle. Langdon was thrown from his bike into a metal signpost and was killed. This guy's going to jail. We have a few Shake Shacks here in central Ohio. And you may have seen that viral video, a customer who used the self-serve kiosk at a Shake Shack in Salt Lake City. He was in the airport, I guess. There was a Shake Shack in there. He tapped in his order, hit the button for no tip, and all of a sudden, the price of each of his 3 shakes went up by 50%, or 50%, 50 cents. Okay? So it said basically, He hit no tip, and it says, there's been a change in the cost of your order. He went back, and they were all increased by 50 cents a piece.
Oh.
So he decided to see what would happen if he hit the tip. And he said he would tip. And indeed went back, and he has this all on video. You can see it on TikTok. He deletes his order, reorders the shakes, hit the tip, and then the shakes all remained at the lower price. Oh. So Shake Shack has gotten a lot of heat online this week over this and has finally responded saying it was a glitch.
Oh, sure it was. It's always a glitch.
Yeah.
Or I got hacked. Or all your BS.
So they say it was just in that one particular system. And this is, So they say that it's not the company's policy to charge more if you don't tip. Also, it's brought out a lot of fury over people who think, why am I tipping when I'm at a self-serve kiosk?
Right.
100%.
Why is he even asking me if I want a tip?
Yeah. So it's interesting, but whatever happened, the thing was found out, and supposedly they have fixed the glitch in the system.
Yeah.
When we went last weekend down, or I should say over to Dayton, we were going to see the comedian at the Funny Bone. We went across the street to a place called On Par, which is one of these entertainment complexes that they've got like the really fun putt-putts, the really adventurous putt-putt, the bar, the food, the darts, the pool tables, they got it all in one place. And you walk in, you walk up to the kiosk, they explain to you, we wanted to play a couple 9 holes of putt-putt, and they say, okay, they give you the token, you walk over, you put your token in like the gumball machine that gives you the golf ball, you pick your putter, you go to the bar, you get your drink, you pay for your tab there, you leave your tip, you go play your putt-putt, and you buy things on a card. And they had the computerized pour systems. Let me rephrase. I said bar. They didn't have a bar. They had the self-pour system. They had like 50 taps. And you go up, including mixed drinks and everything, and you pull the handle, and it's a digital screen. And it charges you $7 an ounce or $2, whatever you're drinking.
But you're doing it yourself.
You're doing it yourself. You're pouring yourself. You're watching, let's say $1, $2. As your drink fills, you see the price go up. And everything's on a digital
card. Picture, and then it fills it.
And it fills, you're pulling the tap.
Yeah.
And as the tap's running, you're watching, the price is going up, and you stop when you want to stop. So I just paid $9.20 for this drink, or $5 for whatever. And on your way out, you drop your card off when you're done with it. And they have 3 boxes, 10%, 20%, or 30%. And wherever you drop your card is the tip you want to leave.
Who are you tipping?
Who are you tipping? The person at the register who gave me my token and my card? Because there's no bartender, and there's no servers.
There's no option for 0%?
No.
It's a mandatory tip.
You could walk out with your card and not drop the card off.
Oh.
But then do they automatically add a 10%? I don't know. I dropped the card in the 10% tip box. But I couldn't believe that system where...
I would say to the cashier, are you getting this tip? Like, is this all this money, this 10%, is it going to you? Because you are the only human I've interacted with.
They did have people, like, walking around picking up glasses, the cleanup crew and stuff. But, yeah, that's just,
Don't you get paid an hourly wage to do that? I don't know. I don't want to be stingy, and I'm not a stingy person.
Not at all.
But in that case, I'm like, I have barely laid eyes on a human.
Anyone. Not a single person.
That's
except
wild.
Except for the red.
Tips were invented for people who do service, and they get paid less than minimum wage because they get tips.
Go for it, yeah.
That's the whole point of it. But now you're supposed to tip everything. I'll never go to Shake Shack, ever.
Back to Shake Shack, whether it was a lot of people are saying the only glitch was they got caught, which I agree with.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's a way to find out.
Well, I want to go to Shake Shack now and test out this theory.
Yeah, they said it was just localized to that one location, but I bet there are other people on TikTok now at their Shake Shacks testing it out.
For sure.
Get on Reddit. You'll find out real quick.
Yeah, those are your 3 things.
All right, I got to tell you something that happened. We've talked a lot about AI and, human connection, going to AI for especially like medical diagnoses and things like that. Or if you use telehealth and not, having any sort of real human connection, it can be a little weird. However, there's a line there. Some things are weird and not quite there yet, and some things are quite amazing. And I got to be honest, this was quite amazing. So, little TMI. I don't know if she wants me to tell you this, but the other day, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, Nora comes out of the restroom, and she goes, man, I think I got a UTI. I was like, oh, it sucks when you get a UTI. And she sits down, and about 20 minutes later, she's like, oh, hold on one second. And she leaves the living room. And then 10 minutes later, she comes back. And she goes, okay, my medicine will be here tomorrow morning. I go, what? I guess through Amazon Prime, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, they have got telehealth doctors that you can talk to for issues. And sure enough, you describe your symptoms. It starts in an AI program. You describe your symptoms and what's going on. And then you get in touch with a nurse practitioner. And then eventually a doctor will approve it for what's going on. Amazon has its own collection of generic medicine. And if you have an Amazon Prime membership, boop, at your door.
Antibiotics in 24 hours.
6:30 p.m. She talked to a nurse practitioner, got a doctor's approval, got a prescription, showed up at the door 5:30 a.m. the next morning.
Now, is this all on the keep? She's typing it out, or is she ever speaking?
No, on the phone. Yeah, on the phone. You do
on the phone.
little. Yeah, okay. You start with typing it out.
Yeah.
Symptoms. What's going on? What do you think you have? Get you in touch with the nurse practitioner, who then you talk to, gets approval from the doctor.
That's fantastic.
Writes the script.
Unbelievable.
Script at your door in less than 12 hours. 11 hours later.
If you go to the Minute Clinic or something, they have to you have to get it tested and they have to send it out. They will start you on antibiotics, but they'll tell you within 24 hours if you should stop your antibiotics.
And here's the thing, she was kind of mind blown as I was, because if you go, let's say you go to your doctor. You've got your $25 copay or whatever. If you haven't reached your deductible, you might be paying full price for the doctor's visit, or at least a bigger chunk of it. You then have to drive to the pharmacy a couple hours later, wait for your prescription, get your prescription, come home, start your antibiotics. This is just not leaving your house, and the medicine shows up at your door.
So do you just give them your insurance card or whatever?
Well,
it just gets billed through insurance or what?
That part I don't know. What I do know is she didn't pay a dime. So I don't know if this is included in the Amazon Prime membership.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Not to mention how long you might have to wait to see your doctor.
Yeah, if you don't get a doctor's appointment right away. Yeah, absolutely. So just right there from your house, diagnosis, treatment, medication, all within 11 hours without even leaving your house.
Do you think in 25, 30 years, there will only be a doctor who specializes, we're going to have a dozen doctors who specialize in this, and then all across the country, you submit your tests, and they'll decide what kind of prescriptions.
Obviously, I think there's a thin line of self-diagnoses. What if there was a bigger female issue going on?
Right, now, or I'm not talking about cancer. I'm not talking about anything like that you need specialized one-on-one care by a human doctor. But I mean these little things that we go the flu or whatever.
UTI or whatever the case may be.
Sinus infection.
Yeah, there's no going to the doctor.
That happens to everybody.
Yes.
That stuff.
Yeah, right. Like I said, the only downside would be the self-diagnosis where it could be something more serious. However, I think you would know if it was something more serious within, 28 to 48 hours?
Yeah. And then you don't want to develop an antibiotic resistance. There's a risk of that.
There is a risk of that.
You don't want to overdose yourself on antibiotics. But if you've gone through it before and you know exactly what it is because you've been diagnosed with it 15 times in the past, you know what you need.
You know what you need, yeah. And a lot of us, I think, have an idea, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I would venture to say women probably have a better idea and are more in tune with their bodies as certain things happen. You know what it is. You're like, oh yeah, I've dealt with this issue before, so this is a quick and easy way to take care of it. I was just mind blown at the efficiency and how easy it was for her to get a nurse practitioner on the phone, get the prescription, and have it delivered to the door for zero cost. That was pretty nice. So if you have an Amazon Prime membership, I highly recommend looking into this and checking it out.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Our first story takes us over to Arizona, where troopers arrested a driver on Saturday who was driving under the influence. They originally pulled them over for a broken taillight, but as they talked to the driver, there were obvious signs of impairment. The driver even admitted to drinking and driving. Blood alcohol tests later showed that they were 2.5 times the legal limit. You should not be behind the wheel if you are that drunk. Well, you shouldn't be behind the wheel if you're drunk at all, but 2.5 times the legal limit is not good. Craziest part about the whole thing was when they ran their license plate, officer had to call in and say, yes, can you run this plate, please? The plate is Arrive Alive. And the license plate holder was a drive sober or get pulled over license plate holder.
Oops.
Yeah. If you got a drive sober license plate holder with the license plate that says Arrive Alive, which is obviously a drinking and driving moniker, you probably shouldn't be drinking and driving.
So do as I say, not as I do.
I guess.
I bet they had their DARE certificate from school.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely they did. Story number 2 takes us up to Oakland County up there in Michigan, in Flint, where, we've seen some issues on our highways here, but here's one for you. A man was pulled over by police on I-75 in Flint, Michigan, after finding the man in his car on I-75, which is a highway, obviously, at a complete stop on the highway and asleep behind the wheel. Police administered a preliminary test after the driver appeared intoxicated. Obviously. Preliminary results indicated his blood alcohol content more than twice the legal limit. Here's the problem. Once he was arrested and they searched his car, they found 2 confiscated knives, one of 9 inches and another at 12 inches, both illegal, mainly because this man already has a felony record. You're not supposed to be carrying around small machetes with you when you're a felon. Driver was taken to the Oakland County Jail on 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon, 2 counts of felony and possession of a dangerous weapon, open intoxicants, operating without securities, and operating while intoxicated with a high BAC. He's probably going to be spending a little time behind bars.
I used to get police reports of the people who were pulled over during the day, particularly around lunchtime, and charged with OVI, or drunk driving.
Yeah.
How many people do you think we drive with on these roads who are drunk?
I guarantee 100% every drive you take, every single time you get in the car, you are passing at least 1, if not 2 people that are drunk or high.
Yeah.
100% of the time. I don't care at what time you get into your car or where you're going. If you're going a mile or if you're going 100 miles, 100% of the time you have passed someone or driven next to someone who is above the legal limit or on some sort of drug.
I'll bet it's over 10% of the drivers.
Maybe
20.
I do not doubt that.
I know overnights, we're coming in here in the dead of night, and you're passing drunk people. For sure, then, you can see it. But midday, you're not expecting it, and they're out there. Let me assure you, just seeing the police reports.
7:47 Sunday morning.
Yeah.
If you're going to breakfast with your family, you're passing someone who is still awake from the night before or on their way home.
Shoot, we were drinking bourbon at 8:30 yesterday morning.
Yeah, we were.
But none of us got drunk, so.
Speak for yourself.
So, yeah, you're definitely right. They are out there for sure. That's your not-so-breaking news, 99.7 The Blitz. Blitz Therapy brought to you by Tri-State Men's Health. We've got Lydia looking for some help here. And honestly, I don't know. I guess you could converse your way out of this or converse your way into staying into a relationship. But this is probably one of the heavier Blitz therapies we've had. This is kind of a big deal, and I don't know how to solve this issue. Lydia says, my husband and I have 2 kids, 5 and 3. We've talked about having a 3rd kid, but he isn't into it. In fact, he wants to get a vasectomy. I've had the same conversation a few times, but just recently, I found out he went behind my back and got the vasectomy. I can't begin to tell you how upset I am over this. I can't believe he thought I wouldn't find out. open the mail. I do our bills. I was so upset when I found the vasectomy note and the bill that I took my kids to my mom's and dad's place for a week. He said he's sorry. He just really doesn't want to have any more kids. I know vasectomies are reversible, so do I insist that he has a reversal done? Well, first of all, Lydia, you can't insist anything. I mean, how are you going to insist he has a vasectomy? Good luck.
Like, do it or we're done?
Yeah. That's the option. That's how you insist. But if you're at a point in your relationship where you have 2 kids and you can't decide on whether or not to have a third, what do you... There's 2 answers. You have the kid, or I'm sorry, there's 3 answers. You have the kid, you're happy, he's a little miserable. You don't have the kid, he's happy, you're a little miserable. Or you go your separate ways. I don't know what else to tell you. Kelly?
You have 2 beautiful children, all right? Your husband doesn't want a third. You want to know if you should, Lydia, just play this out, because it's really an easy solution that might take some work on your behalf and his behalf to restore some trust. But I will say you don't want to have a third kid with a man who doesn't want a third kid.
You absolutely do not.
You have 2, so it's not like he's preventing you from having any children. You've got 2 beautiful children. He doesn't want a third. I think that's a reasonable thing for him to not want a third. Now, you want a third, so there's an issue here. And he has made it so that you can't have a third. That's what you have to work out. You can't ask him to reverse the vasectomy. That is nuts.
That's crazy. Literally nuts.
He did something without discussing with you, something huge, something life-altering, without speaking with you. So you need to be able to get some counsel through this.
Yeah.
Because that is a bit of a betrayal. Now, you could argue the whole my body, my choice.
That's
you
where
can't
I was
tell him
going.
to do what to do with his body, but it is a marriage. You're a union. If there's a big decision to be made, you should discuss it. And he didn't discuss it with you. I understand being upset about that.
I do too, yeah.
You can't have a third kid with a person who doesn't want a third kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the my body, my choice, because there are women who have decided not to have a baby, even though their husband wanted them to. And
that's happened,
they
yeah.
got rid of it, and, because it's their body, their choice. It's interesting, though, Kelly, you did say he's made it so she can't have another child. So if he can go behind her back and get a vasectomy, is she allowed to go behind his back and get artificial insemination?
Well, who was it that just texted in? Hold on, we just got a text about that. Was it Dorothy? Yeah, Dorothy said he had a vasectomy without you. You should have a baby without him.
Well,
yeah, I don't know if that's going to help the relationship at all.
If you're at that point, it's time to get a divorce.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something like that, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And then if you do that, he's not responsible. It's not his child.
Well, Eric says they did discuss it, which they did. They discussed having a child, and they were on other ends of the conversation. But I agree, the conversation about the vasectomy probably should have happened too. That's a pretty big deal, But again, you can't have a third child. I'm sorry,
Eric.
You can't. If you're one of you really doesn't want it, well, especially the husband. I mean, if he's not going to do it, it's a bad situation altogether.
Is it weird to say you've got children? Like, you've got what you want, and that's 2 children.
Yeah.
Why is it a deal breaker to not have a third? But to me, I'm childless, so I don't understand the argument.
The argument,
I may not just get it. So
Eric said this kept being a discussion that went nowhere, and as a man, he handled it.
Okay, yeah. If you're gonna go back and forth at a stalemate, then we can just end the conversation right here, and then there's no option to have children. Let's see. Aaron says, did he have the vasectomy behind her back because he didn't want the third kid, or because he didn't trust her?
Well, there's that.
I guess maybe if all of a sudden she ends up pregnant, and you're like, well, wait a minute. Although she knows about it, so now she knows about it. 800-821-9970. This seems like a tough road back. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, Lydia, but this seems like a tough road back. One, you're not seeing eye to eye on the children, or if you want to have another child, and then he goes behind your back and has a vasectomy.
If you can pull back a little bit from the emotional part of it, of desperately wanting a third child, and your husband has made it crystal clear that he desperately does not want a third child. Can you have some compassion for that? He was so desperate to not have another one that he got a vasectomy behind your back.
Yeah.
That's communicating something. Can you get over that or have some compassion or understanding for it?
Let's see. 8695 says, at a certain point, after a certain age, you want to live. If kids are older, then why would you want to start over? 5 and 3, I think that's still within the window of, you know. Now, if the kids were 17 and 15, or even 15 and 13, that might be a different story. Starting over after all that time when you're this close to the finish line and getting those little ankle biters out of the house finally. I don't know if I'd want to start over on that. But 5 and 3 seems within the window, at least for a discussion.
Now, Hayden says if he lies about this, he'll lie about other things. Well, did he lie or did he just go get a vasectomy and not say anything? That's not lying.
Yeah, he said he wanted one.
You did say you wanted one. That is true. 800-821-9970. How are you going to handle this situation? Help Lydia out. You have 2 kids. You're not on the same page about a third, but then all of a sudden your husband goes out and gets a vasectomy behind your back. So now there's no option whatsoever, even though he didn't want one. It wasn't going to happen anyways.
I wonder if she was not around the weekend he did it, because you can't do anything. You got to sit there with a bag of frozen peas
to
on your
hide
junk.
a vasectomy isn't exactly the easiest
Right.
thing. You know, you're definitely going to be laid up for a day or two. So yeah, I'm assuming that he might have, I don't know, a business trip where he put himself up in a hotel. Who knows?
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah. 800-821-9970. It's 997 The Blitz. 997 The Blitz. Goose, Kelly, Thick Rick. And, you know, we've been fortunate enough to take some travel in our lifetime. I've been fortunate enough to be on many airplanes. I've only had one instance that ever kind of got me. Turbulence don't bother me. Flying doesn't bother me. But there was only one time that years ago, about 10 years ago, and we had hit some pretty bad turbulence. And my girlfriend and I at the time, we're kind of giggling through the whole thing. And at one point, we even put our hands up, like we're on the roller coaster. I love it. We were like, bouncing all over the place.
We probably helped other people, too.
Maybe. Until that plane took like 1,000-foot drop. Like it was supreme. It was like being on the demon drop at Cedar Point. Like, elevator.
You were really on the roller coaster then.
And her and I went, whoop, and we clenched our buttholes real tight.
G-force.
Yeah. Like, it caught us off guard. It was no longer funny. Woo. And we were like, oh, man, okay, wait a minute. However, I've never had any other type of severe emergency on a plane before. And I don't know what I would do if I was on a plane with a severe emergency. Well, let me tell you, there was an American Airlines flight flying out of Myrtle Beach, and they had to make an emergency landing. I've actually got some audio from the pilot and air traffic control talking back and forth to each other. Take a listen.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. We've got a engine problem here. We're looking for 2,100 up to, got a engine malfunction here. We're going to be looking for the ILS to Myrtle 218.
That was him calling in. They've got engine problems. And they were taking off from Myrtle Beach. They were supposed to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, but they ended up turning around with 172 passengers on board and landing safely with no problems. Now, come to find out, we actually have video from inside the plane. There was a passenger on the plane who had a window seat, and his window seat happened to be like a row or two behind the wing. So he's seeing the wing and the engine and all that stuff. Take a listen to his video as he's recording looking out the window.
He's definitely smoking. I don't know what we're doing. We better be turning back. Oh, yeah, she's on fire pretty good now.
Wow.
Wait.
The kids say, what amount of Lexapro are you on?
Right!
How are you so calm?
Take a listen to the last line of the whole thing again.
I don't know what we're doing. We better be turning back. Oh, yeah, she's on fire pretty good now.
What?
She's on fire pretty good now.
It's on fire pretty good. Mm-hmm. We better be turning around.
That thing's on fire. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I can't believe how and if you watch the video, you can see it like the engine shooting flames. Like, what?
What's the dosage? Even the pilot, like, nobody's got any emotion about this.
Nope. No.
I think the pilot has to be that way. They're
Now-
probably trained to be that way.
Absolutely. Now, granted, again, let's say you've got a flame out, you've got a burnout, a flame out on your engine. They can put that fire out. They've got fire exhaust built into the engine. You can fly on one engine. I get it.
Yep.
It's totally safe. Doesn't mean I'm not going to poop my pants. Because that is mind-blowing to be that calm. I'm calm, cool, and collected, but even in high-stress situations, I tend to stay pretty even-keeled. But that, if nothing else, bing bong. I'm calling the flight attendant over and being like, give me 2 of the strongest things you have.
Yes.
Toot sweet right now. Alcohol!
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
A huge jump in gas prices in central Ohio overnight. The new average around the Columbus area is now $4.21 a gallon, with some stations as high as $4.49 this morning.
3 gas stations I passed this morning on my way to work, all $4.49.
That is wild.
All down Roberts Road, all $4.49. I came to the light, stopped, looked to my left, and there was a Speedway, and I was like, wait, what? And then right across catty corner from there is the Sheets, and I was like, that's gotta be. And I looked over at Sheets, and I was like, what the hell?
I filled up yesterday afternoon at Kroger, and I had 20 cents off a gallon, and it was still like $4.15 a gallon.
Yeah. Oh.
That's crazy. Woof. Well, hey, if you're a fan of the British version of The Office, you know Lucy Davis. She is the actress who played Dawn. She's revealed a stage 4 metastatic breast cancer diagnosis, which has spread to her spine, ribs, and hip, and has been deemed incurable. The 53-year-old says chemo's not an option, and she's planning to live out the rest of her life having as much fun as she possibly can. She said something that reminded me so much of you, Goose. I have to tell you.
Okay.
She says one of the most joyful things in her life is humor, and she has asked her family and friends to please poke fun at her as much as possible and to not treat her like a sick person. She's like, I have to use a wheelchair sometimes. I can't walk because of that cancer that's in her spine and hip. It's very painful. And she's like, I want you to make fun. I want to laugh about this. And I thought, gosh, that is Goose.
With my bald head, if I end up like this woman with bone cancer in a wheelchair, if someone doesn't call me Professor X, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
make fun
of
attitude. All of it.
Yeah, she's like, I just want to laugh. I want to smile. I want to have joy. I want to live out the rest of my life as happy as possible, and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, she is right, cut from the same mold.
I completely agree.
The Columbus Food Truck Festival returning this weekend. It's happening Friday and Saturday at the Franklin County Fairgrounds. Guests will be able to try eats from more than 40 food vendors. There'll be arts and crafts, etc., so forth. If you want details, columbusfoodtruckfest.com. But here's one. The International Puppet Fringe Festival kicks off today in New York City's Lower East Side. The International Puppet Fringe Festival. It's the 4th annual. And I want to tell you, if you want to get freaked out, I don't know if you're freaked out by puppets, marionettes, dolls, things like that. It is the most kind of eerie, disturbing kind of thing. They've got a really nice website, and I know people are really into this kind of stuff. To me, it gives me that have you ever heard of the liminal space photography, where it's just sort of an eerie space that you've taken a picture of, like a hallway, dark with, things like that. It gives me that type of liminal space feeling where I'm like, hard pass. I think that those things are half alive.
You know what's interesting is the marionettes, the puppets.
Yeah.
You talk about walking into a room filled with all those dolls and stuff. That doesn't bother me. It really doesn't.
Okay.
You know what bothers me is the people who own them, or who set up the rooms,
right.
or hang out, or talk to their that's what scares me.
Yeah, the performances, and there are some free performances during this Puppet Fringe Festival. There are some that you have to pay for, and there is a photo gallery, things you can look through, people you can go see in the next 5 days in New York City, and it is really, I feel like nervous about interacting with people who have marionettes.
A lot of them are pretty weird.
But, it's also an art form. So
it is.
You want to, and there are people who really appreciate it, and they're so good.
They can do amazing things with marionettes and stuff. It's an art.
Yeah. What about the,
ventriloquist?
Yeah, ventriloquism.
I wish I could do ventriloquism.
I know, right? It's pretty wild. Who hasn't tried it, though?
Jeff Dunham is phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, and if I was a ventriloquist and I had that skill, I would use it for such evil purposes. Oh, my God. Yeah. We are going to be in line, and Nora's beehole is going to start talking to someone. I'm going to throw my voice.
That's the thing. Not just talking without the lips, but being able to throw your voice.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I would use it for such nefarious reasons.
I love it.
All right, those are your 3 things.
Coming up next, very simple question was posted on the World Wide Web. How many times do you use a bath towel before you wash it? That's an interesting debate. We'll get into it in about 3.5 minutes. 99.7 The Blitz. How often do you wash your towels? They did a survey of over 24,000 Americans and were asked, how many times are you going to use your towel before you wash it? Thick, can you think of how many times you get out of the shower, you dry off, you hang your towel up? How many times back and forth before that thing goes in the laundry?
Oh, it's good 10 days. Good 10 times.
Really?
Yeah, why?
Okay,
is that bad?
That is way on the upper end.
Really?
Yep. Only about 10% of the people throw it in the wash or use it 7 times or more. I would say every week.
So 7 times?
5. No, probably a week, a work week.
Okay.
So on the weekend, we'll start a new towel. Yeah, I would say 5.
Well, if you're doing it once on the weekend, it's 7. Unless you're not showering.
That's what I'm saying. On Saturday, I'll grab a new one, and that one will last till Wednesday.
Oh.
So like every 5 days.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Because at that point, I can start to tell a difference. But even at 5 days, let's see. Okay, so 4 or 5 was the second most popular answer.
Okay, I was thinking of washing towels. Yeah, because I have 2. I have 2 that I'll use over the course. So yeah, I'm not using 1 towel for 2 weeks.
Okay, you're not using the same towel.
But we're washing them that often. But I'm
talking about how you have a towel in the bathroom.
Yeah.
How many times are you using that towel?
Not more than a week. 7 days tops.
7 days tops.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 days was that was the kind of the low end 10%. Let's see, 5 or 6 was on there. 4 or 5 was at 20%. Number 1 was 2 or 3. That seems a little low.
Because you can tell.
You can easily tell.
Once it's wet. You can't tell when it's dry all the time, but once you use it, you'll notice if you get an odor. There'll be an odor.
Can I vent real quick?
Have at it.
Since we're now what is Fridays? Friday's going to be 3 weeks.
This has got to have something to do with teenage boys.
Friday's going to be 4 weeks.
Because they don't care.
No, you know what? It's not about teenage boys.
No?
No, this is just something I want to verbally vent before the wedding. So that way, if I say it, I get it off my chest.
Okay.
Nora has got Nora takes care of the house so amazingly. Mm-hmm. She takes care of everything. But I don't know what it is about loads in the washing machine that she forgets about.
Oh.
I cannot. Our water bill has got to be 23% higher
because you have to
of rewashes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the one thing that sticks more than anything else is towels. If you don't get the towels out of the washer and into the dryer,
right.
I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the closet in the hallway. I'll grab a towel and I can just smell it, and I'm like, nope. Got to get another towel. Oh, that one's mildewy too. Nope, got to get another towel.
Oh, wait, because she dried them that way?
Yeah, they sat in the washer too long, and she doesn't think about it, and then she'll throw them in the dryer.
Oh, no.
And then fold them and put it. And I'm like, woman!
That smell stays with it.
It does. It stays. So bad.
Oh, Heather would never have that. I would never have to worry about that if she was doing the towel. I wouldn't do it either, so...
I guess I shouldn't have talked about this at this exact moment because apparently the 17-year-old and Nora are together right now, and I'm getting texts right now from the 17-year-old saying Mom is not pleased. It was your job to put them in the dryer, she says. No, it was not.
Wait a minute.
Woman, you know I don't do laundry. It's your job to do the laundry.
You don't do your own laundry?
No. No. That's what I'm getting married
Lucky
for.
You.
Get in the laundry room. What?
Wow. You really you don't do your own laundry?
Wait, time out.
Okay.
Normally I do not. That's because she just does it while she's at home. I do. I help with the folding. I ask, do you need anything? And I'll do the folding.
You would do it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you have in the past. You had to do your own laundry. Of course. You didn't always have her, so.
That's right. I can, and I do. Yeah. She just happens to get on top of it.
I get it.
Now, if she would get on top of drying the damn clothes, woman.
Before they stink.
Before they stink, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a smell, too. That is
It is.
I hate that smell.
Yeah,
man.
and it's not like... It's not vomit-inducing. It's not garbage, but it is definitely just a...
It is when you wrap it around your body.
Well, that's true, too, yeah.
And then it gets wet, and then it smells even worse.
Anyways. Uh-oh, another text message.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
If you don't want laundry to get dirty, do it yourself, old man.
I knew that was coming. You knew it was coming. Now you've done it.
I don't want to go home after work. I want to go see a movie or something. We've been meaning to try Uni or the new sushi restaurant, the all-you-can-eat sushi. Let's find something to do this afternoon.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's learn you some stuff on a Wednesday morning, making you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up today. Like, did you know Charles Dickens, the author, once used the word literally like a YouTube commenter? Which means, basically, he used it as the opposite of literally. In the novel Nicholas Nickleby in 1839, he wrote, "His looks were very haggard, and his limbs and body literally worn to the bone." Oh my God, literally? Literally? Did you know the remains of a bird following a collision with an aircraft is called snarge?
That's what that
is.
That is like, I would have never guessed in a bazillion years.
The origin of the term appears to be military aviation slang. It's a combination of the words snot and garbage. You hit a bird, you end up with some snarge. Snarge. Popeye.
Snarge on the window.
Yeah, a little snarge on the window. Popeye didn't always get strength from spinach. In the early comic strips, he got his power from rubbing a magic hen.
How about that?
It's interesting. When I rub my magic hen, I usually just take a nap. Puts me right to sleep. Oh, wait, no, it's the magic cock. Sorry, it's a different thing.
Right.
Did you know surgeons who play video games at least 3 hours a week perform 27% faster and make 37% fewer errors?
I absolutely believe
during surgery. What was it you were talking about? Oh, air traffic controllers.
Yeah, they started announced. I think it was like a year ago. They said we want video game players to come be air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
And so far they've hired 2,000 gamers, and they said they're on their way to having the best air traffic control staff.
I can see it going hand in hand for sure.
Well, I mean, hell, in the military, the guys are, these are gamers. They're getting to operate stuff, from a distance.
Yeah.
Munitions and stuff. So.
Absolutely. And finally, did you know male coin spiders bite off their own genitalia after sex?
Their own?
Their own. Yep. It's because it makes them a better fighter who will do a better job protecting the female spider they mated with and their future baby spiders.
But no more babies.
No more babies. They just want to protect the babies that they made.
But yet the Black Widow will kill the male after sex.
Yep.
Spiders
I don't want to be a spider.
No,
no.
Hell no.
Die? You have a choice. I'm going to kill you, or you need to bite off your own balls. What? Well, I guess I'm dying. What? You just want me to sit there? It's not easy.
I can't bend over that far.
I'm not that flexible.
No. If I was, I'd never leave the house.
Ain't that the truth? There you go, learning some stuff on a Wednesday morning, 99.7 The Blitz.